It's been about a year since I took an autism spectrum evaluation, and then a few weeks later, I received a diagnosis for it. Initially, I was so reluctant to identify as autistic. But over time, that gave way to a deep interest in wanting to know more. So much so that between taking the assessment and getting a diagnosis, I became so attached to the idea that I worried what it might be like if it came back that I wasn't. For the first time in my life, things about myself were making sense in a way I never knew they could. And yet, identifying as autistic is still a very new way to understand and know myself. It's different than the realization I had when I was 19 that I was queer, which wasn't hard for me at all. When I'm alone or in control of my surroundings, I can usually figure out how to get my needs met. Whether that's reducing distracting noises, being able to focus on one thing at a time, or becoming hyper-focused on something, it's just easier. It's much more difficult when I'm around people or I'm unable to change my environment. For most of my life, I didn't notice people's facial expressions during conversations when I was the one talking. It's only been during the last year or so that I realized this was a thing. It's been hard for me to accept that I've been so out of sync with people, but not known it. Masking is never-ending and exhausting. It's one of the reasons why I love running and just being outside. It's a place where I can just let go and be me without thinking about who that is. It's where I feel the most at ease and comfortable in my skin. I'm 46 years old, and at this stage in my life, to just be learning about my neurodivergence feels both affirming and alienating. I often wish I knew a whole lot sooner. It makes me wonder how things might be different. To my future self, I hope that rather than feeling like I have a foot in two different places, I'll feel more at ease around other people. I hope that as time ticks along, the learning curve is less steep. I hope that people are more understanding and that masking becomes something I have to do less of. My name is Whatley, and I'm autistic.